Hey guys, so today I'm going to be walking through how to remove the dash cluster on a 1986 Nissan 300ZX. I'm sure this works with the other models too. I'm not 100% sure if that works for the analog though. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to get underneath the driver's side. If it helps remove the seat, it's not too hard. There's just some 14mm nuts down there. 1, 2, there's 2 in the back too. Take those and the entire seat comes out, depending on if you want the space or not. Now back on topic, there's 3 screws. There's one right here, there's one all the way down there, and there's one underneath right here. Take those 3 screws out, then we're going to take this entire bottom knee panel thing off, and we'll go on from there. With those 3 screws out, the entire thing just falls off. There's a little the foot lamp light thing here. You can remove that if you want or leave it hanging. I'm going to remove it, so get that out of the way. Once you've done that and you move that off to the side, the next thing is to get these pieces off. Mine are already loose. Looks like the previous owner screwed up, but basically what you do is you're gonna have to get underneath the car, underneath the dash here, and if we go right straight underneath, you can see on this side there's a little nut right there. That one, you're gonna have to unbolt that. That holds this thing in. Mine's broken. And there's the same thing on the other side. It is right over here, right there. So those are the 2 you're gonna have to do. Get those out, and then you can basically pull the entire thing out of the casing. So I'll get back to you. Now, basically what you do is just you pull that out. My previous owner clearly just glued it together, but these purls kind of thing, you just kind of push them down and pull it straight out. Then you can unclip the screws here. Not the screws, sorry, the connectors, to completely take the part off. And same thing on the other side. So I'll get back to you guys once I get these connectors off. Next, once you've gotten both pods out, what we're going to do is, if you move these connectors to the side, you see those Phillips heads on both sides. We're just gonna take those out. Once we're done that, we're gonna take these screws out right on top of the 2, and we'll go from there. Hey, look, one's missing from mine. Now, once you've gotten those 2 screws off, just grab this and kind of just wiggle it out. And what helps is to move the steering column actually down. So just grab this little thing, pull it, and pull the steering wheel down. And you can just wiggle it kind of out. So I'll get back to you guys and need 2 hands to do that. What you can do if you're having some trouble is you can remove the top cap here. It's very simple. Just there's one screw right here, this thing. Remove that, and there's also one screw over on this end, right there, right there. Remove those 2 and the cap. This comes off. Finding is that it's getting stuck at the steering wheel, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to take the steering wheel out. It's not too hard. This is the GLL, so basically what you do is you either grab it from the top for the GL, if I recall, check online to make sure, or the bottom for the GLL, and just you kind of pull it because there's clips. But if you have these, just make sure you're careful because you don't want to rip the connectors off. Just pull it off and disconnect the connectors, and the thing just slides off. Get into removing the steering wheel, the horn's gonna go off a lot, so to fix that, let's just take out the fuse right here. The fuse box is right there. Take the cover. If you don't have the cover, just take a look here. The one for the horn is the 3rd from the bottom right there. So we're just gonna take that fuse off so the horn doesn't go on all the time. You've gotten that cover off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that. That's a 19mm bolt, so just grab a 19mm bit and wrench it off a little bit. Don't take it off all the way, just make it loose, and I'll get back to you guys once it's loose. That nut up, and basically disconnected any wires that you thought should be disconnected. All you gotta do is basically grab the steering wheel back up, make sure it's still a couple threads on, and shake it and put a lot of force into it. You want to pull it towards yourself, but don't worry, it's not going to come flying into your face because you got that nut there, right? Make sure you don't, unless you want to get hit in the face, make sure you leave that nut on. So I'll get back to you guys once I'm done that. And once you're done that and it starts moving, just take that screw off and it should come off really easy. So there it is, it's off. Now this comes off super easy, so let's grab it. Guess what? She's out. Alright, so that's that for you. Moving on to what we gotta do next. You've got those screws down, just basically wiggler free. You're basically done. Grab this and yeah, just wiggle and figure it out, pull that out. Be careful, this part might came off. You don't want to take that off. Dust in there means it's not as clean anymore, so make sure it's good. While taking this out, I actually noticed that there's some cables that are held in with the dash right there because of that screw, so take that screw off and then you should be fine. Gotten that piece out, what you're gonna have to do is, this is attached to the power supply. So the power supply is just behind this thing. This is the power supply. So we're gonna take this out next. Now to take this out, you gotta unbolt that right there. So do that and I'll be back. A hard time reaching that. You can also just remove this air duct. It's super simple. Just grab that screw, take that out, and disconnect the connector right there. We've gotten that screw out. There's just one more for the power supply, and it's right there. Take that out and the entire assembly kind of just falls out. That out, just unplug these two bad boys here, and the entire cable that's left holding it in will literally just slide out. And basically, there you go. That's how to remove your digital dash.